Rolling. And 3, 2. Wow. Action.
Edit.
And cut.
Did you cut it?
No.
Okay.
All right. Action. Go.
Go.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Hey everyone, welcome. We are continuing our first ever season, releasing this vlog video thing we got going on. My name is Maxima. I'm a co-founder of Ganaz, and today we have Fredo
Lopez
in the house. And so we're going to be talking, as you know, we're having local folks that we really admire and motivate us and really think represent the brand that we're trying to put out there. So we have our guests. So we want to start off with, tell us maybe 3 words that you describe yourself, and also kind of like a little bit of what you do.
Okay. So 3 words that describe me: happy, easygoing, and driven. Driven meaning just I'm always going after what I want. A little bit about myself. Obviously in the fitness industry, I love it. I love helping people and getting them to reach their goals, whether that's in the gym or maybe just in life and trying to perform at their best at their job. And I've been doing this since I was 17. So yeah,
Dang. Okay.
take really good pride in that.
You look like you're 19, so it's like, what's
24, so it's a little short while, but yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's good. What's it called? So what is, tell us a little bit about your heritage, your ancestry. Like, where are you or your parents, grandparents from? And kind of like, what do people do to maintain healthy, in that community? Because I know right now part of it also is there's a lot of new things that people, right now it's all about, like, if you go on social media, like aesthetics or, things that, we have to pay for this gym membership, when in reality, health is something natural and it's something that we do every day. Yeah. So you can talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. So my parents are from Mexico, originally from Chihuahua, and all my family is there. I'm actually the only one out of all my brothers and sisters that was born here in the U.S. Everyone else immigrated here when they were little kids, and my dad was working here since he was 15. So it's kind of where I come from. As far as how we got into being fit, my parents always worked active jobs. So my dad being a construction worker and working outside, he was always lifting heavy things, moving stuff from side to side, carrying heavy sandbags. So like, I always liked that, and he would always make me, he would give me challenges to be like, all right, I want you to move all this stuff. By then he's like, I want you to beat my worker. So like, all right, that's kind of how I got competitive with that. My mom, she's a cook. So she's worked at a lot of different Mexican restaurants, and she's also done a little bit of catering on the side. And same thing with her. She's always walking back and forth, whether it's in the kitchen, carrying lots of food all over the place. You know that thing where you want to carry all the groceries in one trip? That's what she would tell me. Like, come on, we got to get everything down in one trip. So that was always fun. But yeah, one thing that that's kind of what started me on my fitness journey. As far as what they would do back home, it's just in school, just being in PE. They never finished school, so they kind of finished like in 5th, 6th grade, but they liked playing outdoors, and they emphasized it a lot. And with all the kids, most of the kids didn't play sports, but they really encouraged them to play sports. And the main sport for Mexico was being soccer. So a lot of my cousins growing up now, they play soccer back there.
They play, you got any like cousins that are like very good soccer players?
We got one in Mexico that's been having tryouts at different places.
Oh,
so
dang,
I don't know where he's going, and I haven't talked to him in a while, but I know he's been posting stuff on Facebook where everybody's like, oh, good luck. So we'll see where he goes.
Dang, that's really cool. I wish I had a cool cousin like that. I don't. So speaking of food, what is something kind of like that do you cook?
I do cook, yeah.
What's your best healthy recipe that you cook?
So I wouldn't say I have any recipe or anything, but I try to keep everything simple. And when I do meal prep, I do everything Sunday, and I usually meal prep 2 different meals. So all my lunches are the same, all my breakfasts are the same. Dinner, it's off the table. I get to have whatever I want, depending on what my goals are and where I am in my CrossFit season. But what I usually make, my go-tos are rice, and I do the Hispanic rice that my mom taught me how to make. A lot of veggies, And depending on the meat, I usually make ground beef with peas and carrots. Just keep it simple, lean meats, or chicken. So
sometimes people are like, I wish I could meal prep, but then I get, eating the same thing every day. How do you, is it just adjusting to it, or how do you like keep it like that?
It definitely gets boring, and everything tastes the same every now and then, but it just comes with how bad do you want your goals. Getting to your goals isn't going to be easy, and I don't have the money and the luxury to be buying different meals every day. So like, if I could go to the grocery store and buy all this stuff or having a different meal every day, like that would be easy, but I only have a certain amount of money that I can allocate to making my meals, so I just buy everything at once, and that's what I eat for that week. I don't eat the same thing every week, so I change that up. So that would be what my lunch looks like for 1 week. Then the next week, I'd try a whole different set of vegetables, and then instead of having meat, maybe I'll have fish or salmon. So, and then I just switch it back and forth.
Switch it up every week.
Yeah.
Cool. So then, with budget, you talked about that with your food. You have a certain amount of budget, and that's what you base it off of that. With the budget also comes, right now there's a lot of gyms that charge however amount they want to charge, or certain like boxing gyms, or people, and it discourages people sometimes because they're like, I barely have money for childcare or for my textbooks I'm in school. So what are some ways that people can maintain an active lifestyle without necessarily expending, extravagant or a lot of, out of your budget kind of numbers?
The easiest way is, we have access to all these parks that are around our neighborhood. So the easiest way is just starting by walking around the park. You don't even have to run. When I was young, my parents would always take us out for walks, and it wasn't like they were making us to go exercise. They would go out with their friends and they would talk, and next thing you know, they had already walked 8 laps because, as Hispanics, we can do a really good job at talking and, achievement. So it goes around. Once you've already walked around the park 8 times, like, oh, you didn't even notice that you got tired because you were talking to your friends. So it's like time goes by fast, and that's the easiest way to get going. After a while, like once you start wanting to make a difference, you're like, all right, maybe I want to run a little bit this time, or maybe we'll go run next time. So
I don't know how that would work with running, because when I'm running, I'm barely trying to catch my breath. So running and talking at the same time.
You gotta watch the floor too, you don't want to fall.
Yeah, trip over something, there's some random dogs chasing you, but make it work, it's gonna be great.
Hey, there's a dog chasing you, you get more out of your exercise.
You go a little faster.
Yeah, you go a little faster, girl.
Get done sooner. Let me see, alright, more questions. What is something, so you've been training people for a while. There is a lot of also injuries that happen with either you're first getting started, or you have like a really I have this friend who's always restarting, like trying to work out.
Right.
And they always have injuries because I feel, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like they want to restart and they want to start where they left off.
Yes.
Which I assume if you restart, you should, guide your way there. So what are like some things that folks should be aware of, when they're restarting or they're barely starting, and what are some maybe injuries that are the most common, and how can you prevent those from happening?
So yes, you just kind of hit it right on. When people get an injury, obviously that sets them back, and then when they are looking to come back, they're disappointed with where they're at, so they want to start right back where they left off. And we've all done that. I do that on occasion, and you never learn until it keeps happening over and over again, and you're like, all right, what am I doing? And then it kind of forces you to kind of take a step back and just start one step at a time. Stick to the basics. So that's what I always do. Stick to the basics. Progress yourself. That doesn't mean, obviously, if you're going to go for a 1-rep max and you're just coming back, you shouldn't be doing a 1-rep max. Like, start back on a cycle, whether you're doing a lot of reps of one movement just to get your body used to that, and then work from there. And as far as injuries, just taking care of your body, doing body maintenance, whether you're getting a massage or, having someone work on your shoulder.
That's expensive.
Stretching.
How do I do that?
There's a lot of ways that you can do. Get a foam roller. Getting a foam roller or a lacrosse ball, that's just $20 and that stays with you forever. So if you use a foam roller, you can look on YouTube. They have plenty of videos showing you what to do and how to use it. So it's as simple as doing those little minor things.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up those videos because I have a roller and I do I keep like 5 main things that I do, and then it's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
But I should really expand on that. So
Yes, for sure. I mean, we as humans tend to make a lot of excuses as to why we can't do things. Now, in this day and age where there's technology available, there's so many things on YouTube and the internet that it's like anyone honestly can have their own fitness program online and provides it for free. And we have it available to us, but we don't want to use it.
Yeah.
So we go look for something like, oh, I want to start exercising. Well, start off with something that you find online. And if you want to start working on technique, then you can go to a trainer. But then if you're like, oh, I can't afford a trainer, well, they also have, they teach you, you can read and you can see how a movement's supposed to look, and start with theirs. Like, obviously, if you don't feel like comfortable with your movement, don't go too heavy, don't push yourself.
Yeah.
As long as you're getting the correct movement in and you're still moving, then you should be good.
Yeah.
The key is movement, so moving your body.
Yeah, there's when I first started, it was online. I didn't have this person right next to me, and it was just like, I'm gonna research and hope that these things are done right. And then they have tons of videos on there too, so that helped a lot.
Yeah.
But for sure, what are some the health and we use the phrase health and wellness a lot through Ganaz, but what does health and wellness mean to you as an individual, and also like with the people that you work with?
So health and wellness, it's kind of taking into account your whole daily life. So stress, your spiritual side, what you eat, your mind health, so how well are you thinking, and just your mental toughness per se. So I take that all into account. As far as the wellness part, it's just feeding your body right. That's what I look at it, is like you take care of your body by eating the right foods. You don't have to do any certain type of exercise. As long as you're moving your body, you're going to be healthy. What's the saying that they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? So it's like, just eat your fruits and veggies. It's as simple as that. And that's one of the things that I love about CrossFit, like keeping things as simple as possible. You don't have to follow this diet plan, or everybody always says, I got to get on a diet. I constantly hear that from my family. It's like, oh, I got to get on a diet. And the next thing you know, they start their diet and then they fail at it because they're trying to do so many things at once. Like, how about you just start by eating more vegetables?
Yeah.
Like, that's all you have to do. Just eat more vegetables. Like, you don't have to cut out anything else.
Yeah.
Just add vegetables. But as far as health and wellness goes, like, just trying to be as stress-free as possible through eating healthy and exercising. And, a lot of that comes with putting yourself in situations where you're not creating any more stress.
And then also, how do we look at ourselves first, right? Like, we're in a society where we're always giving, we're always like, oh, this is more important, or this is like, I gotta, help out somebody else before I help myself. And, how do we take ownership of our foods, of our mental health, and prioritize that for ourselves?
It definitely is priorities, like you said. It's like putting yourself, not necessarily first, which you do have to do, but also taking your time and noticing how much you can take on. Like, all right, I already have this much on my plate. Asking yourself the question before you commit, can I take on something else? Yeah. Like, hey, sorry, I can't help you right now, but I'd really like to help you on down the road. If it can be done down the road, and if you can't help them right now and then, maybe you point them out to a different source that can help them. Yeah.
Cool. So are there any kind of like, recommendations that you have for people who are wanting to start, a lot of times, like, coming from a Latino background, we have this phrase of, we're on a diet, or, I'm gonna have this, like, I'm gonna do this for like a month and then it goes away. How is it that we can, integrate it into a lifestyle instead of a diet? What are some tips on being able to not get bored with it, things like that?
So kind of following up on what I've been saying, keep things simple. If you want to start a diet, don't throw yourself into the diet all at once. Just start by adding veggies, or maybe you already eat veggies, but you eat too much sugar. Maybe subtract sugar from something. Like I was bad at, in my coffee, I would add a lot of sugar. So what I started doing now is like I just took sugar out and I added milk. And so kind of finding a replacement, not adding creamer, but just milk instead of creamer. So just making those little substitutions here and there. Doesn't have to be a big change. If you're drinking 2 sodas a day, drink 1. Yeah. And then slowly cut something down or add something that you want to try in.
Dang. That Mexican candy is really good though, so I don't know how to cut that out. I've been trying to cut that out, but
stay away from the
I
piñatas. Fill up that little cone, you know?
Fill the cone, yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Yeah, of course.
We have some bonus questions.
For sure.
So
Bring 'em on.
we got 2 papers left. Both of them, you're gonna pick it. But pick one first, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
I don't know if you can read what I wrote, but
Nicknames.
oh yeah, do you have any nicknames? And tell us the background on those nicknames.
I have a lot of nicknames actually, and they all came from my friends who I played soccer with in high school. Obviously, when I played soccer in high school, my team was mainly Hispanic. Growing down in the south side, we always spoke Spanish, so I had a few nicknames from different teams I played on. One, they called me Oso. That was because I used to be chubbier, and I played defense, but when people would like run into me, as a defender, you have to be strong and stand your ground. People would run into me and not move me, and they would like bounce off of me.
What?
And also, like, I have a hairy chest, so whenever I take off my shirt, they'll be like, oh, you're just like a freaking bear, you're hairy. They're like, we're gonna call you Oso, so then they'd call me that, and I'm like, alright, like, whatever. My other one was Fredo, and that just came from, my name is Alfredo, and then they started cutting it to Fredo, and then someone messed it up and called me Fredo, just because they really emphasized the E, and then next thing you know, from there, they just went to Frito-Lays.
Oh,
and I was like, alright, so they'll just say Fritos in the chip, Fritos.
Yeah.
So I know that one. They also, this one was more from my sister's side. Her friends would call me Cheetos.
Cheetos?
I had Cheetos. Because when I was a little kid, I always had Cheetos. Whether I found them on the couch or anywhere, I would eat them. Stale Cheetos. You would always find a stale Cheeto somewhere. And my hands would always be filled with either hot Cheetos or the regular Cheeto Puffs on your hand. And like, oh, Cheetos, come over here.
All that evidence.
Yeah.
And people see your red hands and they're like, were you just eating Cheetos?
Takis
and you're like, no, my red hands. What are you talking about? All right, we have our last question. I thought I lost it, but it's right here. Let's see what it says. Where's the drum roll? Do we have a drum roll?
This is on post.
Do you have any songs that you know by heart?
By heart, no, I don't.
What?
I do not.
You don't have any songs?
So here's the thing: people always think I'm weird because I'm not big into celebrities. And like if I hear a song, I can probably sing along to it just because it's catchy.
Yeah.
But if you ask me to remember a song, I'm like,
Dang.
like I don't. Maybe the.
So weird.
Yeah, I don't. Not even I would sing the Vicente Fernandez. What is it? Llorar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one. We would always sing it as a family. That was like Las Mañanitas when we would sing it to my mom with the mariachis for her birthday every time. It's like I still didn't know the song.
Dang.
So after singing it so many years, I was like, I should probably know it. Like, why don't I know that? And it's just stuff that I don't retain in my head.
You're probably those people that are kind of just moving their mouths when everybody else is singing.
Yeah, I actually am. I've gotten that. People are like, you don't even know the song. I'm like, hey, whatever. I gotta fake it till I make it. The song's almost over.
I'm just trying to get hyped and have a good time, and that's it.
Yeah.
Dang. All right. Do you have any kind of online social media where people can follow you if they want?
Yeah. So Instagram, Fredo Lopez 21. That's where you can follow me. I usually post up. I try to post as much inspirational stuff and tips on how to get moving. And I post my own personal videos of how my workouts are going and what's going on in my life and what's going on with my travels because I do like to travel a lot. So that's the one social media page that I actually update the most. But yeah. Yeah,
awesome. So we'll add that on our description to get maybe new followers or people who just want to be nosy and go on your Instagram.
Yeah, perfect.
But yeah, thank you for taking the time, for speaking with us, and always supporting us. So we can't wait to see where else you go, maybe.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks. So we'll be up next time. Always thanks to the camera crew, which is over there. Carla, Diego over here. If I don't say Diego, he's gonna get mad and be like, "Oh, you didn't even say my name." I'm just kidding. But
as he's giving you a
and also thank you to Core CrossFit for allowing us to use the space. So thank you all, and we'll see you next time. So deuces.
Peace out.
And cut.